Welcome back to Digital Lean Management, where we digitalize, automate, and augment the lean management toolbox with AI using Microsoft tools. Before we dive in, here's a quick look at the end product you'll be able to build by the end of this tutorial. A scorecard in Power BI that tracks KPIs in real time and provides a clear snapshot of business performance. This type of scorecard isn't just about monitoring metrics, it's a way to connect strategy and execution. Leaders can cascade goals top down, while teams can check in at the ground level, creating full transparency and alignment. To bring this to life, we'll step into the role of Adele Evans, a local operations team lead at Evergreen Renewable Energy, a fast-growing company in solar, wind, and hydro projects. Adele has been asked to build a performance scorecard for her regional solar plant to track key objectives like energy production, safety, customer satisfaction, and sustainability impact. In this session, we'll walk step by step through creating her scorecard in Power BI, defining objectives, adding KPIs, linking them to live data, and visualizing progress. By the end, you'll see how to turn performance metrics into a live, actionable scorecard that drives alignment, transparency, and results. So leaders like Adele can stay focused on what really matters. So let's get started. Okay, let's get started. Today we're going to help Adele Evans, a local operations manager at Evergreen Renewable Energy, prepare her performance scorecard for management. To begin, the first step is heading to the Microsoft 365 platform. Open your browser and type office.com into the address bar. If prompted, simply sign in using your Microsoft 365 credentials, ensuring you're logged into your account correctly. Once you've successfully signed in, you'll arrive at the Microsoft 365 Copilot homepage, where your journey begins. At the bottom of the homepage, click on Apps. This will display a complete list of all the applications available within Microsoft 365, giving you access to a wide variety of tools tailored for productivity. For this tutorial, however, we'll focus on the Power BI service application. If you spot it directly on your main page, just click on it to proceed. Alternatively, if it's not readily visible, simply select all apps to explore the full list, and you'll find Power BI among the options. Once Power BI launches, direct your attention to the left-hand menu. Here, you'll notice the metrics functionality. This is a crucial feature for today's session, as it's the tool we'll use to create a performance scorecard for Adele. Metrics in Power BI aren't widely known, but they are incredibly powerful, especially for supporting performance management and tracking insights effectively. Next, let's click on Metrics to get started building the scorecard. From here, we'll assemble a clear, detailed performance scorecard designed to support Adele's role as an operations manager at Evergreen Renewable Energy. As I scroll down the page, you can see a complete list of scorecards that have already been created across my organization, each one representing a different area of performance tracking. Now let's go ahead and create a brand new scorecard that we'll build for Adele and for the wider management team so that they can monitor progress more effectively. I'll start by clicking on New Scorecard. From here, I can rename it, and in this case, I'm going to give it the title Operational Management Scorecard, which makes it clear what the focus will be. With the scorecard created, I'm now ready to begin adding the goals and the measures that we want to track so we can build out a clear picture of performance. Here's how it works. Every scorecard starts with a goal, which defines the outcome you're aiming to achieve. For example, a goal might be reducing the number of defects, improving the quality of services delivered, or strengthening customer satisfaction. Each goal also has an owner, someone in the team who is responsible for driving progress toward that objective. Next, we define the measure for the goal. That's the value or metric that we'll use to check whether we're making progress and getting closer to our target. Then we set the target, the level of performance we want to reach. On top of that, each goal has a status which tells us if we are on track, at risk, not yet started, already completed. And it also includes the due date so we know exactly when the target is expected. For both the current value and the target value, you can connect directly to existing data inside Power BI or even link related sub-goals together, which is something I'll show you a little later. So as you can see, there are many ways to automate this process and keep the scorecard updated with live data. But before we get into automation, let me show you step by step how to set up a goal manually so you can see exactly how it works in practice. To begin, we are going to start with the first goal agreed upon with management, which is to increase energy production. This is a critical target, aiming to enhance efficiency and meet growing demands. To measure progress toward this goal, Adele and her team decided to track the increases in monthly megawatts. For this measurement, everything will be set up manually to ensure accuracy and control. Specifically, the team wants to focus on weekly increases in megawatts produced, measured in megawatts per hour. Next, we'll allocate responsibility to Adele, while documenting the current value as our baseline. Currently, the value stands at 46,500 megawatts per hour, but to make it easier to read and interpret, we'll express this in thousands. The target here is clearly defined, achieving 50,000 megawatts per hour. The data indicates our current value is slightly below the target, so we'll manually update the status to reflect being behind and assign a due date, which is set for the end of December. Therefore, by December's conclusion, the goal is to reach the target of 50,000 megawatts per hour. With that logged, we save the progress, noting that our visual overview now provides a clear representation of the goal. It displays the current production level of 46,500 megawatts per hour, the target of 50,000, the assigned individual, Adele, and the progress status, which is listed as behind. This setup helps maintain clear accountability and keeps the team aligned as they aim to hit the target before the year's end. So now let's dive deeper into this Power BI Scorecard and explore its capabilities. One powerful feature is the ability to add notes and comments, allowing you to monitor your performance over time in a more comprehensive way. By leveraging these features, you can track progress and obtain valuable insights tied directly to specific metrics. We've already set up our first KPI here, and the next step is to click on the Notes section. This brings up the option to add a new check-in seamlessly. When I input a new check-in, I can easily view today's date alongside the current values that were entered earlier. Following this, I'll add more details to the check-in. For example, I can reflect back on data from the 9th of September, noting that a month ago, we had recorded a metric of 44,500. At that point, our project was categorized as being at risk. To add more context, I can also include a note specifying that for the data management team, we were falling behind due to issues with the solar system that required attention. These concerns would need resolution during the upcoming client maintenance phase. Upon saving the updates, you'll instantly notice how the information shapes a new trend. This trend visually presents the evolution over time, offering a consolidated view. If I click on the check-in details, I can access everything recorded for management purposes, making it easier to manage progress. Closing that reveals the overall trend's trajectory. And from here, I can start adding new measures and defining fresh goals to track moving forward. So now let's add a new measure into our scorecard. This time we'll link it automatically with one of our Power BI reports to make tracking more streamlined and efficient. To start this process, we're going to add a new goal. Adele Evans, after having a detailed discussion with the management team, decided that she wanted to focus on tracking sustainability metrics. Specifically, the objective became monitoring how effectively we're reducing CO2 emissions compared to a baseline. To achieve this, Adele will be assigned as the owner of this KPI. Instead of inputting the current value manually like we did earlier, this time we'll connect the scorecard directly to data sources. Connecting the data allows for a seamless integration with live updates. When connecting to data, all Power BI reports are displayed, and I can freely choose one to link with my scorecard. For this purpose, I'll select the relevant report that tracks tons avoided. Upon selection, I'll link the KPI, and just like that, the measure is updated dynamically. The simplicity of this integration is what makes scorecards a powerful tool, providing the ability to connect scorecard metrics effortlessly with various elements inside Power BI reports. More importantly, this integration eliminates any duplication. Whenever the report updates, the scorecard reflects the change automatically, ensuring real-time accuracy. For instance, I clicked on avoided tons as my measure, connected it, and immediately the updated value, 12,000 tons avoided, appeared on the scorecard. At this point, I'll showcase the flexibility of this feature by editing the connection. Imagine I choose to connect instead to a chart within the report. Doing so will provide the latest data from that chart, which could be displayed either as a time series or specific data points, depending on preference. For example, selecting time series means I'll continuously track updates to the latest data. Alternatively, I could opt to capture fixed points like data from October 1st, 2025. Either approach ensures adaptability depending on the relevance of the insights I'm looking to track. This versatility allows me to link essentially any data type from my Power BI report directly into the scorecard. I'll finalize this by clicking Connect. Next, for the target value, the connection process is equally straightforward. Just like before, I'll link the target to the same report, ensuring consistency. For this KPI, the target is set at 10K, and connecting it ensures the target dynamically updates in line with the report outputs. Once connected, I proceed to define the status configuration. Unlike manually selecting the status as we had done earlier, this time we'll automate the process using rules. Setting a status rule is simple and operates similarly to conditional formatting familiar to many users. First, I'll select Setup Rules and add a new rule. Status rules rely on value-based conditions. For example, I'll configure it to check whether the current value exceeds 100% of the target. If the value exceeds our 10K target, 12K in this case, the status will automatically update to On Track. This is particularly significant since every ton of CO2 avoided positively impacts our sustainability goals. Moreover, by creating additional rules such as specifying ranges below the target, we can define behind for values that fall 80% or under, or even at risk for scenarios where values drop as low as 60%. This flexibility allows for detailed tracking, enabling proactive management adjustments when certain thresholds are not met. Once satisfied with the configurations, I'll save the rule and proceed to assign a due date for the KPI. For this example, let's set the due date to the end of December and save it. The chart dynamically updates, marking the KPI as on track, and because I've linked the data to a Power BI chart, the trend immediately adjusts to match the report's data. Additionally, there's another notable feature worth highlighting. With this integration, managers or executives can drill down directly from the scorecard into the detailed Power BI reports. This provides immediate access to deeper insights, enabling informed decision-making without needing to navigate separately to the report itself. With this streamlined setup, the scorecard dynamically integrates and displays critical sustainability metrics, empowering teams with updated and actionable insights. Now, one of the most powerful functionalities of Power BI Scorecards is the ability to link your scorecard and goals with existing goals from another scorecard. This seamless connection allows organizations to create a unified system for tracking progress across various departments. For example, you can easily link your operational goals to pre-established targets in other scorecards. To demonstrate this, I'm going to click the option to link to existing goals. Immediately, I'm presented with a comprehensive list of all the scorecards already present within my organization. Here, I'm going to select the Organizational Health Scorecard, which provides a deeper layer of insights. As soon as I make that selection, I can see all the relevant scorecards that have been tailored for this specific category. These scorecards cover a wide range of key performance indicators or KPIs, ranging from motivation and capabilities to leadership, culture, and climate. Offering a holistic view of organizational health metrics, this setup provides an extensive repository of data, ensuring that no critical metric goes unnoticed. Furthermore, by selecting sections within these scorecards, I can even drill down into the underlying KPIs for more granular insights. For instance, in this case, Adele has specifically requested that our team monitor the ratio of female applicants. This measure is particularly significant for the operational team, which is keenly interested in tracking inclusion and diversity metrics. So I'll go ahead and add this KPI to the operational team's scorecard. Importantly, rather than duplicating any of the existing measures, I'm simply linking them. With just one simple click, the link is established. Now, anytime updates are made to this measure in the original scorecard, they'll automatically reflect in Adele's scorecard as well. This ensures seamless synchronization across platforms. For the operational management team, they don't need to take any additional action. The HR department will continue to monitor the data, and the team can effortlessly access and benefit from the updated measure. This functionality is incredibly powerful for management teams, enabling them to choose and leverage measures and scorecards from across the organization without duplication or additional workload. To begin, the final addition that Adele has requested involves incorporating NPS data, which stands for Net Promoter Score data. This is a key metric to track customer loyalty and satisfaction. To implement this, we will create a new goal in the system, increasing NPS. Adele will be assigned as the owner of this segment, ensuring accountability for its progress and completion. Now, before we input any data, we will first introduce subcodes to the scorecard. This feature is highly beneficial as it allows you to organize and structure your goals into smaller, more manageable components. Specifically, we will include sub-teams under the main goal of increasing NPS. This approach is particularly helpful for delegating tasks across multiple departments. For instance, we will identify increase NPS within the maintenance team as one of the subcategories. This highlights the potential to assign separate targets for each sub-team, tailoring strategies to their specific needs. Moving forward, we can assign this particular sub-goal to a member of the maintenance team. For demonstration purposes, we will manually input the data for this section. Currently, this team's NPS is 10, and we will set a target of 35, with the due date clearly defined as the end of the year. Once these details are completed, we can save this entry. Following this, we will establish an additional sub-goal, this time focusing on increasing NPS within IT services. For added clarity and efficiency, we will assign a different individual from the IT team as the responsible party for this sub-goal. Let us assume that this team is slightly behind compared to the maintenance team, but their target remains aligned at 35. Their status will be marked as at risk with the same year-end due date applied. Once all necessary information is entered, we can save this sub-goal as well. Now moving forward, we can utilize the advanced capabilities of Power BI Scorecards. This is where the benefits of this platform truly shine. The system allows you to consolidate your sub-goals into broader metrics, such as a sum, an average, or even maximum and minimum aggregation, providing flexible options to reflect your overall progress in achieving the main goal. By combining sub-goals in this manner, you gain a clear and comprehensive view of performance across all contributing teams. For simplicity, let us say that in this example, the NPS for the main goal will represent the average of the sub-goals we have entered. Once again, manual input will be used here for demonstration purposes, and the due date will remain as the end of the year. These steps ensure that the main goal now effectively reflects the performance of each subteam. After saving this data, you can instantly see how the calculated average NPS provides meaningful insight into your overall progress. And just like that, we now have an updated NPS value that is a seamless reflection of our sub-goal contributions, offering a clear picture of team alignment and progress toward achieving the desired target. So now you can see in just a few minutes how we have built a very nice looking operational management scorecard that Adele can seamlessly use to report with our management team. This scorecard is not only visually appealing, but also highly functional, making it a valuable tool for streamlined communication and decision making. For the management team, this is, as you might expect, incredibly powerful. As I've shown earlier, the management team can easily navigate the scorecard, picking and choosing any of the data they need. With Adele's scorecard, this information is conveniently available to track and analyze on a daily, weekly, or even monthly basis. This structure ensures that the team always stays on top of performance metrics, no matter the time frame, allowing for informed decisions at any level of the organization. The ability to report data in a top-down or bottom-up manner makes this tool even more impactful. Whether you're managing high-level strategy or addressing specific operational details, this scorecard facilitates clear communication and alignment across the organization. Now, I want to explore an even deeper integration that enhances accessibility and collaboration. One of the features I particularly enjoy is how seamlessly this tool integrates with Microsoft Teams. Within the Microsoft Teams platform, we are working within the context of Evergreen Renewable Energy as an example. Here, we like to structure teams with well-organized subchannels. This layout helps to ensure an efficient flow of information and collaboration between departments or focus areas. For instance, in my management teams, I like to have a dedicated KPI section. This section serves as a central hub for tracking key performance indicators. Within this KPI section, I'll demonstrate how to add a new Power BI tab to further enhance the functionality of this workspace. Simply clicking on the option to add a Power BI tab, I will then save the configuration. This straightforward process quickly creates a new tab that integrates Power BI directly into the team's environment. Once this tab is available, I can browse my workspace, where I will find the latest operational management scorecard that we have just created. At this stage, I can select the scorecard from my workspace, click on it, and use the Add option to integrate it directly into my Microsoft Teams environment. After refreshing, the scorecard is now readily available for my team to use. This simplifies access and ensures that everyone can view and interact with the data without needing to switch between multiple platforms. It's all in one place, which enhances productivity and streamlines teamwork. Now that the scorecard has been added, I can also manage team access. This feature allows me to decide who can view and engage with the scorecard, keeping everything secure while promoting collaboration within the right team members. As I mentioned earlier, one of the most impressive features of this integration is the ability to link or explore details from all related Power BI reports directly through the scorecard. This interconnected system further enhances visibility and allows users to dive deeper without losing sight of the bigger picture. For example, let's say I want to examine our enhanced sustainability metrics. I can simply click on that specific section and the system will seamlessly direct me to the corresponding detailed Power BI report. This intuitive connectivity eliminates the hassle of searching for disparate files or data, providing all the critical insights at our fingertips. It's this level of integration and accessibility that establishes the scorecard and Power BI as essential tools for efficient and effective operational management. By combining the flexibility of Power BI with the collaborative power of Microsoft Teams, we've created a platform that empowers teams to act on data-driven insights, communicate clearly, and drive results. Whether you're tracking KPIs, analyzing trends, or presenting to leadership, this solution ensures you have everything you need to succeed right in one place. It demonstrates how modern tools can work together to simplify complexities and enhance performance. And that's it. We've just built a complete performance scorecard in Power BI to help Adele Evans and her team at Evergreen Renewable Energy. With this scorecard, Adele can now track her key objectives, from energy production and safety to customer satisfaction and sustainability impact, all in one place with real-time updates. This isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about giving leaders and teams the ability to see progress at a glance, align strategy with execution, and stay focused on what really matters. If we wanted, we could even go a step further and look at how to automate scorecard updates or creation using Power Automate so your KPIs stay current without any manual effort. If this is something that you would like to see in future videos, leave a comment below. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on digital lean management. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.